Well, good morning. I am on the Isle of Skye and I'm just negotiating this boggy patch of ground. I'm at Sligachan bridge. Apologies there. My phone's just pinged. I'm making my way to find a suitable composition to photograph, can't pronounce the name, that mountain behind me. I'm making my way along the river. It's absolutely glorious this morning. Stark contrast to yesterday, which was hail, high winds, rain, all sorts. It's quite demanding yesterday. I don't know what images I will have got from yesterday, but it was certainly as challenging as this ground that making my way across now. The sun's quite harsh. It is still early in the morning, but there's very little cloud cover. What clouds we're getting are hovering above the mountain, but fabulous. And the light, got some nice side light on that mountain at this moment in time, but I just need to find a suitable place along the river. There's a bit of a tributary here. That was deep. Whether that will be a suitable location for a leading line, I'm not sure. But when I find a suitable location, I will stop and talk you through it and let me know your reasons for choosing that particular location. So I'll see you in a minute. I don't know if you can hear me okay. The force of that water coming down the river. Just to talk you through the composition, it's like a little bit of a waterfall here. A lot of water coming off the hills at this moment in time. I've got side light from the sun. It's just gone behind the clouds at the moment, as you can see. Just wait for it to come from behind the clouds. I'm also waiting for the clouds to move across the mountain. Just want single clouds above the mountain if I can. At the moment, the mountain tops are just covered in, well, rain clouds, a mixture of all sorts. You can't really see the tops. I'm shooting at, well, I'm on a 60 to 35mm lens, focus at infinity. I'm around 28mm in focal length, 3.2 seconds, f16, ISO 100. I've got the polarizer on to take away the glare on the water and actually to give some saturation to the sky, because we have got a nice blue nice blue sky with white clouds coming in. I can see them coming in from my right. To my left, you can see there all the rain clouds. They're passing. So hopefully these nice blue sky and fluffy white clouds will come across. So I've got the polarizer on and I've got a 6-stopper on as well. I like motion blur in the water. It gives you, I think it gives you sort of a nice smooth sheen and give you a sense of the force of the water, really, to be honest. So what I'm doing now is I'm just going to wait for the clouds to come across. Probably going to be about 10 minutes, and then I'll take my next shot. If it comes out, I will want it to. I'll put it up now. If it doesn't, then maybe it won't. But then again, I think every shot you can learn something from. We're going to wait for these clouds to come across, take the image, and then I'm going to look for a different composition. Need to work it here. There's I've looked at a few slightly different angles. Oh, how do I just move? Trying to get the water or the waterfalls in line with the mountains. The rocks either side of them are really, really dark. I think what I'll do is I'll show you, probably easier. So there's the waterfalls. Either side, here and here, will come out really, really dark in the image. And as you can see, the mountain, which I can't pronounce in the background, is under cloud at the moment. So the image won't look right and it won't look balanced. Got the waterfalls here and I need the peak of the mountain in the background to balance it and put a little bit of symmetry either side of the waterfall. So I'll wait for that cloud to clear and then I'll consider moving to a slightly different location, see what composition I can get from there. So I'll see you in a minute. I've tweaked the composition slightly. As you can see, I've moved a little bit to the right. I feel it just balances the image a little bit better. Like the clouds at the minute, on 2-second timer. So that's why that's taking. Just like the cloud formation at the moment, we've still got that nice side lighting, though it's getting a little bit colder. Yeah, I really like those clouds at the moment. Highlight alerts just come on a little bit, just a little bit. I know it's a JPEG on the back of the camera, however, just to be on the safe side, I'm just going to underexpose by stop. Yeah, that's perfect. I really like that, and I really like the cloud formation in the background as well. Gives you that interest in the top third. Such contrast to yesterday. It was hail, sleet, rain, freezing cold. Today it's absolutely lovely. Just going to check out and see if there's any other compositions to be had. I've packed up now. I'm making my way back down the river, back towards the car, and rather reluctantly packed up really, because I probably could have spent a lot longer here, but I also want to go to the fairy pools, which aren't too far from here. So as I negotiate this path, I will make my way back to the car and onto the fairy pools. So I'll see you when I get there. Well, as you can see, I've arrived at the fairy pools. Not many people here. Rather noisy. Hope you can hear me okay. Conditions are a bit overcast. Well, that's better than the bright afternoon sun being out, where it'd be really contrasty. Light's even. It's not particularly great, but I found the classic composition. I'm going to take it. I'm going to move further down shortly after I've taken this one, but time to set up. I just lower that slightly. So I've got the waterfalls dead centre, the mountain dead centre, and then balanced by the other two mountains either side. I'm shooting about f/16 and bracketing between about 1 second, maybe 3/4 of a second, up to about 4 seconds. ISO 100, and then focal length anywhere between 16 and 35. And it's just a case of getting the variations. Still got polarizer on and a 6-stop, and it's a case of bracketing. Now the sun keeps coming in and keeps going. If it goes behind the clouds as it is now, I've been taking lots of images. All the exposure is all even. As soon as it comes from behind the cloud, all that happens is that we just get contrast, really bright light on the water, which causes our highlights then to be blown out, which is not something that we want. But you can see it's absolutely gorgeous, stunning behind me. Spin around. I can just see now the mountain is just starting to light up. Let's move the camera out of the way and I'll take another image. This is at 3.2 seconds, f16, 2-second timer. Yeah, really pleased with that. I know it's a classic, but I've got it in the bag. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to move further down and take some more images. So I'll see you in a minute. Okay, I managed to move locations, move further down. Similar sort of thing really, waterfall, which you can see behind me, the mountain. So we're trying to balance, difficult to balance there with the mountain and the actual waterfalls themselves. But I've managed to get there. Shooting what, f16, anywhere between a second and a quarter of a second. 16 35mm lens, albeit I've zoomed into 35mm on this one. Balance a little bit precariously here. I don't know if you can see. Whoa! Nearly fell then. Yeah, balance a little bit precariously. Don't know if you can see better on this side. Got the tripod, all sorts of angles here. But I'll show you what I've done. And we can flip this camera around. I've got the, 1, 2, 3, sort of 4-ish waterfalls. Slow second to blur all that motion. Above it, I've got the mountain in the middle. It's obviously triangular shaped. And then I've got the other two either side of it. It's got diagonal lines, so I've tried to balance it all out. Unfortunately, we haven't got the cloud behind us. Well, we have got cloud, but it knows it is rain cloud. And the sun's trying to break through. Got lots of people coming down here now wanting to take their photographs. So, I think, without further ado, I'll switch around again. What I'll do is I'll end everything here now. I'll put the images up in a minute. If you like what you've seen today, then please consider subscribing or liking. Comments below, always helpful, good or bad, positive and negative, always interested. And click the notification bell. So until next time, see you later. Good evening, welcome to Talisker Beach. It's about half an hour before sunset. I need to find myself a composition. I don't know if you can see there's a waterfall behind me as well. Somewhere I can't quite. I think he's got it in there. Probably just get it in. Sun's about to set. I need to find a composition. So I'll see you in a minute. Apologies, but it looks like the battery's about to go. I don't know how long I've got, but I've set up. I've got the polarizer on, 6-stopper, and the 0.9 Lee graduated filter. Sun's quite bright when it comes from behind the clouds. 16 to 35mm lens at 35mm approximately. Shutter speeds, anything really between a second and 30 seconds. Just take another one, just wait for that one. Just wait for the sun. Well, the sun's just gone behind the cloud. That's why I have to keep doing different exposures. Let me just show you what I'm seeing. So there's my setup. As you can see, I've got the stack to the left. Sun's just gone behind the cloud. I've got this little sort of pathway where the water's coming in as a leading line, making the water all nice and smooth. And I'm hoping that when the sun sets, it's not behind the cloud. Fingers crossed. And I've only got a couple of % left on the battery. So I'm going to stop here, and hopefully I'll have just enough later on. See you in a minute.